So I do want to see Islam Makhachev versus Volkanovski too. So I do really want Volkanovski to win this fight, but I do agree that a lot of people are sleeping on Yair. Like he's going to be an easy gimme fight. I think Islam was a little overconfident in that first fight. And Yair is definitely a force to be reckoned with. I think he's honestly improved a lot, and he can improve more. So you don't know the preparations that he's making for this fight. And just someone who's as crafty as a striker as Yair is, someone who's just not only his basics, but his, interesting, unorthodox strikes can catch you. I don't really see Volkanovski getting clipped or anything like that, or if he does, he's so tough he's probably going to move forward. I see him getting potentially stung. I did see Islam out striking Volkanovski. You could tell Islam was in that fight was working on his striking. So Volk is hittable. I think that he's just very, very tough because he's a rugby player and he's Australian. Those are two things that really go into play when you're in the UFC, believe it or not. Um, but Yair is a really tough guy. I think Yair has a lot to bring to the table. I think it's just is Volkanovski going to be prepared for a guy like Yair, who's like Max Holloway, just a little more rubber, if you know what I'm talking about. And sure, in my honest opinion, I think he's 2-1 with Holloway because I really think that second fight was a Holloway win. I felt like Max kind of won that fight. Um, and that actually propelled Volkanovski to really take his stuff into overdrive in that third fight. If he does it this time, because he's gonna want a rematch with Islam, and if he brings that energy, I really do see Volkanovski winning this fight and demanding a rematch with Islam because he's gonna want another super fight, and a rematch super fight would be pretty good. And then he fights the winner of Islam versus Oliveira because you know that they're gonna want to fight. Islam's got to put a stamp on Oliveira, which I think he can do. I think if there's one person who could beat Islam, it's Volkanovski, though. He's very capable of it, and we've seen it. Um, but I do say that for everyone who's saying, what if Yair wins? Because I'm seeing a lot of this right now. He can. I think it's probably 1 in 4 that Yair wins, but I think that Yair's got a really solid, blocky chance to win this fight, bigger than people are giving him credit. It's just how much is Volkanovski gonna estimate Yair at this point? I think if Volk prepares really well and comes in and just shows why he's the champ and makes a bounce back, I really think that he wins that pay-per-view. And I think that we see a rematch of Islam versus Volkanovski. But Yair's prepping. He might be keeping something from the public eye. I think this could go either way. I don't like to predict fights because I could get it wrong. One shot can change the whole complexion. I was picking Beneil Dariush in that Oliveira fight, and he was out edging Oliveira even in the grappling realm just slightly in the first round, but that one shot just kind of sent everything unraveling. It's like Tony Ferguson versus Michael Chandler. Tony was doing really good in round one, and I think he won that round most likely, but Chandler caught him, and then everything was over. So we don't know until it is. Now, don't take this for certain, but if I can make a prediction right now, I will have to go Volkanovski, maybe by decision, probably even by finish, maybe even doctor stoppage. We knows that when he brings it, he could get it done. But I would have to say Volkanovski by decision if I'm making a thing, just because Yair is tough, he's a good fighter. He's not going to just fold like anybody. He could get it done, and we see these featherweight guys getting tougher. So I really do think Yair is going to tough it out and go the distance. Is he going to win? I don't know, but my pick right now is Volkanovski. There you go.